Hello my friends, and welcome back to Keefe's Kitchen. This week, I'm continuing my theme from last week, which is kind of like a picnicky thing, or I guess it was 2 weeks ago, not last week. I want to make potato salad. Now this week, I decided to make something else that I think goes well with picnics. That's deviled eggs. To be honest with you, I was gonna make French bread, but I messed up the recipe, and this is all I had time to do. Now I'm sure you're wondering, Dylan, it's 9:05, and we can tell by the way the light looks, it's 9:05 at night. That is true. What am I doing making deviled eggs at 9:05 at night? This is a no judgment zone, so I need you to back off. Look, let's make some deviled eggs. To begin, we're gonna need a pot. Put your pot on the stove and grab some eggs. We're gonna do 6 eggs for this recipe because I didn't want too many. Put them in the pot with no water. Be careful. Don't crack the eggs as you set them in. And fill it up with water, just enough to cover. And we're gonna turn the heat on high. And yeah, we're gonna let these come to a boil. Now you know these are ready to turn the timer on when you see these little bubbles starting to form just underneath the eggs. So once you see them, it's a little hard to see, but once you see them, turn the timer on for 7.5 minutes and boil. When they're done, drain the boiling water from the eggs and put the eggs into a bowl of ice water. Now the cool thing about this is that you can just let these sit in this ice water for about 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, and let them cool. They get a lot easier to peel, and with the power of editing, they're already peeled. Look at that. Now we're going to take a butter knife and cut the eggs in half and separate the yolks from the whites. It's really easy. Just flip over the halved boiled egg and just press gently from the back and the yolk will pop right out. Do that for all the eggs, and now place the whites aside and we're going to make our mixture. So here I've got some mayo, add a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and then we're going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, as well as a 1/2 teaspoon each of lemon juice and white vinegar. Add that right in, and then I have here 1 tablespoon of shallot, an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and about 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. That's all for the seasoning. Add all that in, and we're going to mash everything up with a fork until we reach a nice smooth consistency, as you can see here. Now it's not going to be perfectly smooth because of the shallots, but that's okay. Now we're going to fill our eggs. So I am using a plastic bag. You don't have to do it this way. You can just do it with a spoon if you don't feel like being fancy, but I use a plastic bag, which I cut the tip off of a corner and used it as a makeshift piping bag, as you can see. Super simple, super easy, and go light on the filling at first because you don't want to run out. And you can always go back up and touch it up. And then I didn't have any sort of paprika lying around. That was open at least, so I added a little cayenne, and that's it. Your deviled eggs are done. Alright my friends, the deviled eggs are done. Okay, now this is not, this is a full plate of them, and it's hard to, it's kind of hard to, you know what, I'm just gonna hold one up. This is a deviled egg. Look, have you seen one before? There it is. You're supposed to let these cool overnight in the fridge, or chill rather, in the fridge covered to really like firm up and get a good flavor, but I don't have time for that, okay? As established, it's late at night, so you know what? I picked this one up. Let's eat it. Let's try these deviled eggs. Oh. I tell you, this brings back so much childhood memories of like church potlucks and spring picnics. It's tangy, but not like, you know, not sour. It's tangy because of the lemon juice and the vinegar. It's salty because of the salt, but also the mayonnaise. It's got that like kind of oniony flavor from the shallot, and the mustard is not overpowering. I think this is great. I'm gonna stick these in the fridge and have them in the morning because, again, as established, it's late at night. And though I appreciate you for not judging me for making them so late, I fully expect you to judge me if I continue to eat deviled eggs at 9:30. So, anyway, this has been Keefe's Kitchen, and thanks for watching Keefe's Kitchen, and I'll see you next week. Bye.